Good morning, good afternoon. My name is Ann Jubner. I'm the director of UNDP's Global Policy Center in Nairobi, Kenya. I'm making this presentation on behalf of the 4 UN partners supporting IPBES, namely FAO, UNDP, UNEP, and UNESCO, to outline the key progress made on the UN Collaborative Partnership Arrangement for the work of the platform and its secretariat. Further details are available as document IPBES/8/INF/23, which highlights the direct and indirect support provided to the secretariat of the platform and the support provided for the implementation of the 6 objectives of the IPBES Rolling Work Program up to 2030. This includes coordinated support to meetings of the various IPBES task forces, expert groups, and technical support units, including through the provision of information and data. We would like to take this opportunity to pass our deepest gratitude to IPBES, its secretariat, experts and stakeholders for their excellent work to ensure that the issue of biodiversity receives considerable attention and climbs to the top of the global policy agenda. This has informed the work of the UN partners on biodiversity and help better orient our support to the IPBES Secretariat. Firstly, the 4 UN collaborative partners have been working together on a range of initiatives contributing to the conservation of biodiversity and the management of ecosystem services. The UN Decade on Ecosystem Restoration, co-led by FAO and UNEP, was just launched on World Environment Day on the 5th of June. UNESCO also serves as a partner in this initiative and a leader for the panel Human Nature. The UN Decade positions the restoration of ecosystems as a major nature-based solution for meeting several global development goals and national priorities relating to all terrestrial and marine ecosystems. It builds on existing commitments such as the Paris Agreement and the Bonn Challenge, and it will be implemented in collaboration with Rio Conventions and other partners. It will be informed by the findings and recommendations of IPBES assessments, particularly the assessment on land degradation and restoration. UNESCO coordinates the preparation of the UN Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development via its Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission, which was launched in January 2021, and collaborated with UNEP on its implementation. All the UN collaborative partners are members of different IPBES task forces and support the platform's program of work, cutting across capacity building, policy support, ILK, knowledge and data, and scenarios and models. UNDP, the UNEP World Conservation Monitoring Center, and UNESCO are collaborating as a consortium to jointly implement the Biodiversity and Ecosystem Services Network, or BESNet in short, since 2016 in support of the IPBES work program and with the financial support of the German government and SweetBio. Concerning the progress from FAO, a comprehensive overview of the work of FAO on biodiversity is contained in the information document CBD/SBS/TTA/24/INF/14 and describes around 100 activities, projects, and initiatives carried out in the last 2 years. One key achievement, making direct reference to the work of IPBES, is the adoption by FAO of its strategy on mainstreaming biodiversity across agricultural sectors, which will guide the work of FAO to mainstream biodiversity across agricultural sectors at national, regional, and international levels in a structured and coherent manner. Concerning the progress from UNDP through the earlier mentioned BESNet initiative, UNDP addresses the priorities of the IPBES capacity building rolling plan. Firstly, since IPBES 7, BESNet has continuously promoted the triangular dialogue or trialogue among policymakers, scientists, and practitioners on the published IPBES assessments in Anglophone Africa, Central Asia, and Francophone Africa regions. This effort has been contributing to raising the awareness of the assessments and strengthen multi-sector network and collaboration around the assessment themes. Secondly, BESNET provides the selected countries which have participated in the trialogues and produced their own national ecosystem assessments with technical and catalytic financial support to accelerate uptake of the IPBES and the national assessments. A total of 7 countries will benefit from this support over the next 2 years. Part of this support will also be directed to enhance the country's engagement with the IPBES process. UNEP provides the platform secretariat that is solely accountable to the IPBES plenary on policy and programmatic matters. On request, UNEP continues to provide other staff to support the meetings of the plenary. UNEP also manages a trust fund for the platform. UNEP and IPBES continue to work closely with representatives from other major global assessments as part of the Ad Hoc Global Assessment Dialogue, an informal and participant-led forum for the exchange of information on global assessments within the UN system. Its main purpose is to identify areas of synergy across different assessment processes to maximize the usefulness of these scientific assessments for policymakers. The recently launched UNEP Synthesis report, Making Peace with Nature, communicates the latest scientific findings from major global assessments, including IPBES. The report synthesizes scientific findings on tackling the climate, biodiversity, and pollution emergencies together and facilitates access to information by consolidating the latest findings of over 25 major assessments into one report. This initiative has increased the visibility and communication of IPBES knowledge products, both via the report itself and via the many outreach events held since the launch. UNEP WCMC hosts the Technical Support Unit on Policy Support and implements the National Ecosystem Assessment Initiative, building a community of practice around the science-policy-practice interface and facilitates national engagement in the global discussion around biodiversity and ecosystem services. UNEP WCMC supports 14 countries in undertaking or scoping national ecosystem assessments based on the IPBES conceptual framework and assessment process. UNESCO's member states are discussing the new medium-term strategy for the next 8 years, which includes for the first time an intersectoral strategic priority on biodiversity to be adopted at the next UNESCO General Conference scheduled for November 2021. UNESCO hosts the Indigenous and Local Knowledge Technical Support Unit of IPBES and is regularly convening international events such as the Biodiversity Forum held on 24th March 2021. It also celebrates International Biodiversity Day and the International Environment Day every 22nd May and 5th June, together with IPBES, FAO, and UNEP, and CBD experts and colleagues. Finally, 2021 is a celebration of 50 years of the flagship Men and the Biosphere program on the theme It's About Life, which will share solutions and results on conservation and sustainable use of biodiversity in 714 sites in 129 countries, including 21 transboundary sites. In concluding my presentation, we would like to express our sincere gratitude to the donors for their generous financial support to IPBES and its UN partners for various collaborative activities, and we hope the circle of support will evolve and expand further. Chair, we remain fully committed, collectively as well as individual UN entities, to support IPBES in implementing its rolling work program. At the same time, we will continue to contribute to the achievement of the objectives of IPBES through our policies and work program. Thank you very much.